The year's changing again, so it's time for another review of my OpenStreetMap contribution. Yep, I've got a tree decorated by a small child with nice map baubles, and I've got a cup of tea in a colour changing map mug. So we're all set to have a chat about how well I've been contributing to OpenStreetMap this year. Um, Last year I started this, I introduced you to a tool by Pascal Neis. How did you contribute to OpenStreetMap? So you can look at the previous video covers that more. But I showed this little picture of the mapping days. So I think last year I'd done 70, and I was really focused, I'd been focused at least on that and trying to consistently edit maps. Um, but this year, I mean, sometimes life just plays out a bit differently. Only 4 to 1, you see it's a lot patchy. Um, each of those squares represents a day, um, and if it's light green, then I made 1 or 2 changes. If it's dark green, I made lots of changes. Actually, on here, you can see at the end of October, start of November, I went to Leeds and I did Street Complete. Now, Street Complete, every time you answer a question, I think it's making a save to OpenStreetMap. So that counts differently. So there's 40 or so changes I made on that one day. It throws it off a bit. You can also see the last week of December, I'm quickly trying to catch up with my changes, even mapping as far back as I've done the surveying in August and dates like that. So I was trying to catch up with this backlog, which is not great. But I did get lots done on those days. And you can see I talked last year about I do have on my whiteboard a little list sometimes to let me know I've got these things. It just matches the file name of traces that tells me where I've got to map. And if I recorded some video, that also I can edit the video. So that's the second tick, so I can share it with you. Um, and yeah, so there's a lot of videos because I've not been on top of things and at the computer always. I've not um, edited and posted videos for you, so you might have seen those far. I think I might try and get back on top of that. That means some of the videos might end up out of date. Um, I do have another video from Leeds, which I've edited. I need to put online. Um, so I'll space it out after this one, I think. Um, but that's me doing the map editing to complement Street Complete. But yeah, we can slow my whiteboard out of the way and look at some more charts. Um, so although that green one is it's kind of so it's showing the mapping days and it looks sparser than other years. Actually, looking at the mapping days per year, it doesn't look bad. It's not as bad as 2020 when I was doing anything to get outside and not spending a lot of days at the computer. So yeah, not my best, but actually 21 last year, but the year before I was really pushing it. So we'll ignore that, and it's not been a bad year. And the focus of that I set myself last year was to look at notes. So these are when people go to the website and they say there's something wrong, but I don't know how to edit it, or um, I it needs checking in real life. So some of them can't be fixed straight away. They're still waiting for construction to finish, and it's a reminder to other mappers. Some can you visit them. Um, so I focused on that. Did I do enough? Well, I've never had this challenge before, so um, doing the maths last year, I in the year I closed 72 change sets. So that's quite good, I think. If I've done how many I've done? I've done 400 odd overall in the many years I've been mapping. So that's not bad. And an additional 7 where I didn't comment. Probably notes left by myself. And I've opened though, because every time you go mapping to fix something, you see more things that you're unsure or you need to come back. Or I just not quite seen the photo with blurry stuff moving past or something like that. Not got the information. So I've opened 38. So I've only closed twice as many as I've um, as I've opened. Which, yeah, I don't know what other people do. I know people focus a lot more on um, on no, they're the wrong stat. No, sorry, they're not the wrong stats. It's not change sets open, it's notes open. It's the wrong text there. Um, yeah. Um, so yeah, so I could continue on doing notes, and I think I will because although I've done it for a year, um, I do believe more we should have seasons of change, not kind of it's a new year, let's have a New Year's resolution. So I'm going to stick as much as I can with the notes. Um, there's a great video by CGP Grey that talks about how we should have seasons, how they shouldn't be defined in the same way, and they should be themed. So my theme's going to stick with notes, I think. Um, we'll see how that goes. Maybe halfway through the year or 3 quarters at some point in the year, I'm going to update them on how well I'm doing with notes. But now I've got the numbers of what I've done in 12 months, I can compare if I do better. Um, yeah, how long will it take me to play 72 more? Because that's Durham. There's lots of um, notes still to change in Durham, and I don't spend the time looking at these. I think some could just be done with me sitting at the computer. Um, they've got enough information. I know a lot of those new simple ones are done by me, and I just need to sit there and do them. But that's that. And I said I've not edited videos. We did do a lot of videos on this channel, though, a fair number. And I hope you enjoyed them. I don't know. I look at the views, but I don't know um, which are actually the most popular or which just get picked up. So I did things. I did do the video where I got through locked doors when Vince comes because the doors just open when you're an open street mapper quite magically. Um, I talked about transport options, things that a way of using a street map, did some mapping from Amazon, and generally mapping places where I went, like Northamptonshire. Um, only I think only one video or two videos about notes, which was in Carlisle, and that was more about post boxes. Um, went to the seaside, did some mapping there, focused a bit on tourism, didn't I? And did artwork um, and did vending machines. Um, and I did do some Gate notes. I think the Lake District was raining. Um, I did a video about Cockham Road. That was 4 months ago. There should be two more videos of that, I think, but I need to edit them and figure out what happens with that. Yeah, figure out if it actually works. And then, of course, State of the Map happened, and I hope you enjoyed the videos there. I did a review of my ramble thoughts at the end, but also did a touristy, if you're a mapper, go to Florence, fun things there. And you'll know the most recent video, Street Complete, the mapping I did in Leeds. Oh, no, Leeds, I ended up doing that in Hampton. And um, recreating my talk, what is OpenStreetMap? Um, those pictures were, the slides were probably blurrier than I thought. Um, I don't know if I should do more recreate talks like that. Um, so yeah, I'm going to introduce you to a new tool to look at your changes. So enjoy this. Pascal Neis also does your OpenStreetMap heat map. So we can load this up. You can see um, this is where I've mapped in all the years I've been doing OpenStreetMap. Obviously, the UK is a focus there because I live in the UK and I travel around. There's a spot of when I lived in Canada for a year, and there's probably spots where State of the Map has been and I've attended. And then there's lots of spots where the humanitarian mapping remotely to help different projects using recent aerial imagery. Um, and that's good. We can look in and look at the UK. It never surprises me too much. It is interesting this. Um, Around Durham, of course, I live there. Um, it is all kind of um, places I travel to. It doesn't surprise me. So Durham in the northeast of England, I map, and there's other bits such as where I grew up, and Cornwall, where I've been on holiday a lot. Um, and yeah, surprising amount in Wales. I don't know why that goes up so much. Um, I think I've only actually been around there once, but I did a lot of dual language mapping there. So, but yeah, that's what shows. You can actually use the scroller to see your like first year, goes back to 2007 and see how it builds up. But you can't do the reverse of that and see the last year. So I loaded all my traces into JOSM, the Java Map editor. Sometimes use it as the map viewer. So these are where I physically be with GPS recording, and it's not, it, yeah, maybe not surprising. It's actually rather limited this year and very family focused. Um, so there was Florence that I went to the State of the Map and visited. But then if we look at the UK, you get London where my parents are, where my sister is. Um, we'll ignore that my brother, I haven't visited him in the last year. I went to Peterborough for a wedding and got lost trying to find a bus stop. Didn't get lost. It took a long time. Did a long nothing. It was like 7 miles to the nearest bus stop. Um, Leeds to my goddaughter, my aunt in Morecambe. It's all very family related, and lots around Durham. So yeah, that's where I've been mapping, and some to focus on OSM notes. Um, but yeah, once again, let me know what you think. I don't know if other people do review their edits like this, if it's a good thing to do or not. Um, do you think I've closed enough notes? Should I close more? Should I do them on video? On. But anyway, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and hopefully we'll have some more mapping um, to enjoy in the future. We'll hopefully have some mapping. Of course, we'll have some mapping. And there'll always be more mapping.